was left paralysed in a loyalist gun attack, says he's prepared to take legal action against the Secretary of State over the Troubles pension. Draft guidelines on the payments could exclude some prisoners, and Christopher Cummings says he fears he may be blocked. Our political correspondent Enda McClafferty reports.
Masked men opened fire on a group of people standing at the door. Among the injured was a 14-year-old boy who was employed collecting glasses at the hotel. The 3 others were all doormen.
23 years on, and one of those doormen is still living with the scars of that night. Christopher Cummings was left paralysed from the chest down. He survived the LVF attack. His colleague Seamus Dillon did not.
I was shot in the back. The ball came out my shoulder, but it was only there when I got moved to Musgrave Park that then I was told by the doctor, "You're not going to walk again." Then my whole world just turned upside down.
He says he never received compensation and fears he will now also be denied a Troubles pension. That's because he's a former prisoner, convicted in 1979 for leaving a hoax bomb outside a house and IRA membership. He was jailed for 16 years, but the sentence was reduced on appeal, and he spent almost 7 behind bars. Under the current draft guidelines, former prisoners who served more than 30 months could be refused a pension if there are no mitigating factors for the judge-led assessment panel to consider.
The British government, they had passed a law saying anybody injured through no fault of their own would get this pension. But now you've put a clause on it. If you've done time in jail, well, now you're not entitled to it. But I mean, a victim's a victim. Like.
There's been enough pain and anger and hurt out there without having to add more anger, hurt and insult to victims of something that has happened through no fault of their own. So if you've done the time, well then, that's your price paid.
Christopher Cummings says he is prepared to take the Secretary of State to court if he's blocked from receiving a pension. But in a statement, the Northern Ireland office said individuals with a serious conviction, other than those injured at their own hand, will be able to apply to this scheme. An independent panel, it said, will then decide if they are eligible to receive a payment. How would you feel if the LVF gunman who shot you that night ends up getting a pension?
Well, if he was out doing something else and he got hurt too, for fault of his own, well then, why should he not get the pension?
These guidelines are in draft form, which means they are still very much a work in progress. But that's not to say progress will be made anytime soon in breaking this political deadlock. And that's not what victims want to hear. Enda McClafferty, BBC Newsline, Cookstown.